And as you're peeling out, turns out it ruptures.
Hold on, peeling out.
Yeah.
It's like you can see the helmsman going.
Well, again, Star Trek. So she's going.
I thought
Full impulse.
but this was funnier in my head.
She got the other finger on the e-brake, right? So.
All right, so let's get right into it. So I'm Corey Winter, but I'm going to introduce our game master, Josh Winter. So Josh, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing tonight before we pass it around the table?
Sure. So the general premise of Star Trek Adventures is it's basically Dungeons and Dragons set in the Star Trek universe. As such, there is a game master or a dungeon master who sets up and explains the story as it's unfolding. And then the rest of you guys get to make decisions about how you will proceed. Hopefully it doesn't get too off the rails and I can guide it to a satisfying conclusion. And it should feel like a classic episode of Star Trek where you guys get to decide how it unfolds.
Okay.
So that being said, I think the best thing to do just for everyone at home would be if everyone went around the table, introduce your character and what their job is. And then we can get right into today's episode, which is the Celestial Algorithm.
All right, so let's just go left to right. So Christian, who are you playing?
I am Tumek. I am the chief engineer on this ship.
He's a Klingon.
A Klingon, yes.
Oh,
I'm a Klingon,
Yes.
making it spicy.
All right.
The people most
Spicy
famous for
Klingon.
blowing things up is going to try to fix that.
Or also sticking to other pieces of clothing.
True story.
Static
True story.
Klingons.
All right, so what about Cynthia? Who are you playing?
I am Lyrics. I'm the chief medical officer, except tonight I'm also to be determined, apparently.
She will be filling in for our helmsman. So a cool mechanic in this game is because the ship has 500 crew people, we can have characters made on the fly to sub in as the support team that you would have in any given situation. We didn't have anyone who really wanted to be a 100% Helms person because it's kind of a one-note character. So Cynthia will sub in as our Bajoran helmsman.
Thank
What
you
about-
for your sacrifice.
What about you, Nick? Who are you playing?
I'm Commander Roger Washington, operations manager here on the USS Roosevelt. And I tell people what to do until I get told what to do.
Okay.
Which species?
Human.
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 Roger. My name's Roger.
I don't want to make any assumptions.
I mean, it is
My
Roger the
pronouns are
alien.
his.
You're about to say, have you seen American Dad?
No.
Oh, Roger is an
It's
alien.
literally an alien. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's not funny.
I would argue it's the best McFarlane show.
Offensive.
But-
Other than
None of them are good.
No.
Truthfully.
It's the
you'd
best.
say even better than
Oh, the Orville?
Yeah.
Orville's pretty solid.
Okay.
I don't count that. That's different.
Okay.
so.
So
Jason?
Jason, who
Yo.
are you playing?
I am Malave. I am the first officer, executive officer of the Roosevelt. I am a Vulcan,
Ooh,
and yeah, that's all I've got. Which is pretty standard for a Vulcan. That's
all I've got. All right, and I am rolling an Ordio, or Ordeo if you want to get fancy. I am Lieutenant. I am a Chief of
Oh, Friday night.
Security. I'm a human. And yeah, that's
Human.
yeah, human. Chief of Security. All right. So Josh, take us away.
So as I said, the first episode is the Celestial Algorithm. Right now, you guys do have a captain. His name is already forgotten. Wyatt Reynolds.
Wyatt.
Mr. Reynolds.
Yes. He is definitely in kind of the middle of his career. He's probably in his early 50s. He has definitely been around the galaxy a few times. He's exceptionally experienced, and he is in charge. So this episode opens up with the Roosevelt kind of stationary in space. Another ship, the USS Cherokee, has lined up beside it, and it transports over the new first officer, which is Commander Malave. He is a new transfer to your ship.
Welcome.
I would keep that in mind during any role playing, because you will be taking orders from a guy you just met.
We're going to have problems.
Yes, but to set it up,
I would hope
captain's, but to set it up, the captain's log. Captain's log, stardate 58-432.5. While en route to Starbase 7, we've rendezvoused with the Cherokee for a transfer of our new executive officer, Mr. Malave. Introductions and pleasantries will have to wait, though, as I've summoned the XO directly to the bridge. Long-range scanners have detected a subspace anomaly less than 8 light years from our present location. We've been directed to investigate it at once. So Malave teleports in, goes straight to the bridge. As soon as he gets on there, he gets the little chirp on his comm badge. XO, please report to the bridge. He hits in, says, I'm on my way.
On my way.
There it is. He goes, no, that's good. That's good roleplay. And gets to the bridge, which is a little sparse. There's not a ton of people on it right now. It is just the captain. It is the helmsman. And Roger Washington is sitting next to the helmsman. Commander Washington is sitting next to the helmsman at operations. So the captain notices you've come onto the bridge, stands up, walks over to you, gives you a firm handshake, says, welcome aboard the Roosevelt.
Glad to be aboard, Captain. Permission to come aboard the bridge?
You're welcome. Afraid we're going to have to cut straight to it, though. We have detected a long-range anomaly. We're going to have to go inspect that. And
Fascinating.
Very Vulcan. So he looks over at Mr. Washington and says, Mr. Washington, can we get a pinpoint on the exact location of that anomaly?
Yep.
So what you're going to have to do is you'll have to roll.
Yes.
You'll have to roll. You'll have to roll command and I'm going to say command and control. So whatever those two numbers are combined together.
15.
15. Okay. So this is a pretty standard situation. Like, this is not something that you probably don't do every single day, right? This is a fairly routine thing. Because of that, the difficulty is a 0. So technically you have to get 0 successes. You do this every single day. If you want to go ahead and roll, you can earn momentum, which, as we've discussed, gives you bonuses later on. Or you can just say, I don't feel like rolling. We can just say you find the location.
So in order to get momentum, I have to go above 15, right? Is that correct?
No, you would be below 15.
Okay.
Anything above 15 is a failure.
Okay. I'm going to roll.
Okay, you want to roll? Okay, cool.
I do 2, right? 1 for each one?
Correct. You get 2 opportunities every single time. And
Wait, but I mean 2 die.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Every single action you take always gets at least 2 opportunities.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
For every opportunity you get over what's required, which in this case is 0, because this is something you do every single day, you earn momentum.
Gotcha.
The most common thing you do with momentum is for really difficult tasks, you can buy additional dice.
Right.
Because say this was a difficulty 3.
Mhm.
Unless you rolled at least 1 critical success, which is a perfect 1, there's no way you can accomplish that.
Okay.
Unless you buy additional dice.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So go ahead.
18.
I got 2 18s.
Jeez.
Awkward.
Ooh, wait.
Awkward.
First day, huh?
Yikes.
You do this every day, huh?
The
Okay.
first officer looks over and gives an inquiring raised eyebrow.
Yes, the Vulcan eyebrow. All right. So at this point, Captain looks over and says, having trouble? And you're just kind of like, sir, I don't know what's going on. But in this case, we're going to say there's interference, because that's a Star Trek thing. So there's interference giving you a hard time pinpointing the exact location. So at this point, what do you guys think you should do?
I would Malave would probably give a note to what? I'm sorry. What is your role again?
Operations
I
manager.
would give the operations officer, Roger Whitaker. What is it?
Washington.
Washington.
You're doing great.
Commander Washington. If you would narrow the subspace frequency band on your instruments, you should be able to get a refined output for your searching.
We would like to hone in on the frequency.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So in that case, let's say you do.
Do we have that technical jargon?
Yeah. No. I mean, like that's generally it. Like
She cleaned up a little bit, but
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. No. I mean, that's the gist of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do, Nick. In order to recalibrate your equipment, you're going to do reason plus. I'm going to say reason plus engineering.
14.
Okay, so you need 14 or better. I'm going to say this is
Or
a
better?
difficulty of 1. Or,
Better is
Lower.
less.
Yeah,
Lower.
sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
I understand.
that's yeah.
Now I understand.
14 or less. Yeah.
Think golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
18.
14 and 16.
Okay, so that's a success. You got it. You squeaked it in.
Oh, one of those?
Yeah, 14. Didn't you say
Yeah.
14 is what we were
Yeah.
shooting for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you squeaked it in.
Okay.
You got that narrowed down. Now you have the exact location that you need to get to. You give the coordinates to the captain. Captain looks over at the helm, says, "Helm, why don't you go ahead and take us out?"
Hi, Captain.
You don't have the sheet because I forgot it, and I apologize for that. But it is on the computer, so you are going to do.
Don't use these dice.
You are going to do control plus con, which would be 15. So again, this is a zero sum difficulty. As long as you success, all you're going to do is earn extra momentum. Or
But
you could
also,
just say-
alternatively, you don't have to roll
correct.
for
You could
these.
just say, "Yeah, I don't want to roll."
I'm going to roll.
Okay.
15 or less?
15. Yes, 15 or less.
Okay. 11 and
What?
1.
Cool. So the crew officially has 2 momentum.
Let's go.
Yeah,
To
baby.
use as you need to. In case anyone is wondering at home what the red chips are, the red chips are my version of momentum. That's threat. I get 2 threat automatically for every single person playing. So I have 10. I'm not too worried about adding more on because this is actually a pretty straightforward episode where the challenge is kind of baked into the difficulty of the episode. Okay. So I'm not worried about me earning threat too much, but just so you know, I've got around 8 or 9 things I can do to try to trip you up. Okay, so you lock it in, get it going, bam, shoot off into subspace. 8 light years really wasn't that far away. After a couple of minutes of traveling through subspace, you warp out and immediately find yourself in front of this astronomically huge, it almost looks like an asteroid, except it's perfectly square. It's almost completely cubular.
That's no asteroid.
That's no asteroid. All right. And as soon as you get there, all the instruments just start going crazy. Everything is off the charts. Radiation, subspace anomalies, distortion, even time dilation seems to be happening close to this thing. It is so massively dense.
Yellow alert.
That's a good idea. Captain agrees. Guys, let's take it to yellow alert. Yellow alert happens automatically. Shields are up. All right. At this point, what do you do?
I guess that's where I step in.
Is it where he steps in?
Is it?
I don't know. You're in front of something massive. What do you do?
I feel like-
Something you have no
Alright.
idea what it is.
I feel like we should maybe put our defenses up and get.
So that
ready.
was yellow alert.
Yeah.
Shields are now
Okay.
up.
Well, I guess I
Alright.
meant like weaponry and things. Like if we
So that
need
would
to
be
attack.
that
Red
would be red alert.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At this point, I will say this. And I'm only going to say it one time because I don't want to harp on it. I do want you guys to play as you want to play. Starfleet's directive primarily is exploratory. They're scientists. They're explorers. They refrain from hostile activity until acted hostilely upon.
Mhm.
So while this is a intimidating entity, it has not been hostile yet.
Okay.
So as chief of security, I'm
Yes.
going to recommend shields up, and we try to communicate with them. So our communications person.
All right. Captain looks over at the XO.
That's a sound recommendation, Captain.
All right. So at this point, looks back over at operations. Operations is kind of the catch-all.
Sure.
You end up doing a lot of things. Data did a lot of things on the Enterprise.
2 different dice.
All right. So we're going to try to initiate. We're We're going to try to initiate friendly conversation, a friendly hail.
I want to hold that.
Okay.
I want to do a quick. Quick scan of our ship
Okay.
to make sure that there's no damage or we're not being damaged in any way, and then a quick scan of
Their ship.
I
concur.
The cube.
All right. So, Nick, you're going to roll a reason plus science.
11.
That is going to be a hard roll.
Do we have to scan, pal?
So, I will say this. You can get an assist from the ship, which would make sense in this case. And your first assist is always free. You don't have to pay for it. If you wanted additional assists, you would have to start spending momentum. Each additional assist costs 1 momentum.
Should I use our assist?
So I would use the assist because the first one's free.
Yeah.
And you are literally going to use the ship's equipment. So in this case, reason plus science. And for the computer, it's sensors plus science. So it would be 13. So you can have 1 additional die.
And make sure you don't get. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So I would roll yours first and then roll the ship. So you need 11 or under for you, and you need 13 or under for the ship. Oh, sorry, the difficulty of 1. So we need 1 success.
So we have, what is that, 18?
18. Yeah.
18s.
I would recommend you never go to Vegas.
All right, let's see what the ship did. 13 or under.
20.
2.
Okay.
We're good.
Ship saved us.
Yeah,
So the
Roosevelt.
So scans come back. Your ship is fine. It is under a little bit of stress from the gravitational pull of the entity, but generally speaking, shields are holding up. Everything is okay. The entity itself comes back completely anomalous. It is made of things that the ship has never seen before. It is defying all laws of physics, and the amount of energy it would really require to do these things is literally off the charts. And this is coming from a civilization that is invented faster than light travel. So as soon as you're getting ready to process those results, like before it can even come out of your mouth, a brilliantly bright light kicks on from the ship and begins pulling the Roosevelt inside of it. What do we do?
So wait, when we scanned it,
When you scanned it, that's all you did.
did we scan for life forms?
You scanned for everything, and all results were inconclusive.
Okay.
Full reverse.
Ooh, full reverse?
I like it. Let's take it. Full reverse. Since it's spur of the moment, I'm not going to say it's actually daring plus control. So you're shooting for 14 or under. You need 1 success.
14 or under. Both are under.
Nice.
6 and 5.
Okay. So
Does that mean we get a chip?
correct. You get 1 extra momentum.
Nice.
Slam it in. Get the impulse engines going as hard as they possibly can. Ship is straining and it's straining and it's straining. It's doing everything it can, to quote Scotty, giving her all she's got, and it's doing absolutely nothing. If anything, it might be pulling you in a little bit faster now because it's annoyed. So it pulls you in, and everything suddenly just goes to black. Just complete darkness. All the instrumentation shuts down. Everything is done. And beyond that, everything inside this seems to be completely dark. It is absolute blackness.
What's the status of auxiliary power?
That would be an excellent question for your engineer. I would call your engineer to the bridge.
What's your last name there? Or what's your name? Sorry. Help me out.
It's going to take a second. We got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Tumek.
Tumek. And your rank again?
Lieutenant Commander.
Okay. Lieutenant Commander Tumek to the bridge.
On my way.
Wait, but doesn't the power not work?
That's
No,
what I was,
we're going to say communicators are working on
Communicate.
it.
Yeah,
right.
Power.
What about
He just
Okay.
yells it real loud. Hey, Tumek!
Hey, you guys!
Actually, we could probably just call down engineering.
That's what I was going to say. Do we really need him on the bridge? I would say
think we-
probably not.
I would think it'd be fun for the episode though. I mean, okay, stay in the
Well,
yeah.
I feel like going to the bridge and go right back
Yeah,
down.
what's he
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
up there?
And like turbo lifts probably aren't working. So dude's like climbing
I
those
don't wanna
stairs.
do I don't want to do it.
On my way, Captain. Only
Commander,
47 Jeffries
you're right.
tubes to get through.
Commander Tumek, what's the status of our engines?
Nothing seems to be on.
Okay.
Can't turn them on.
Yeah. Can you give me an overall status of our ship?
The ship is good.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
the ship is fine.
Right.
What would you do in a situation where you don't have power?
Well, Can we activate auxiliary power?
Yeah, let's see
There
if we
we
can
go.
get the
There we
power
go.
back.
Yes.
All right, so Christian, who is down in engineering, I need you to roll your. I'm going to say first you need to. I'm not going to make you identify what the problem is. We're just going to say everything overloaded. So let's do reason plus engineering
Reason.
on a difficulty of 1. Audio jungle. on a difficulty of 1. So you need 1 success. Okay, we have a lot of dice. It's okay.
I'm never getting it.
It's gone forever.
I got 16.
Okay, so 16 or under to get us some power back.
6 and 20.
Nailed
Got
it.
one.
Okay.
Right on.
Except you technically got a critical failure. So
Because you got the 20. That's right.
Yeah.
It sort of worked.
the power snaps back on, but as soon as it's back on, you see a readout showing that you are quickly going through reserve power. Something that should last for days is already dwindling.
Mm.
So at this point, what you're going to need to do is try to figure out why that is. So you're going to want to do reason plus engineering again, just to identify what the problem is.
Bruh.
The dice are not with y'all.
Commander, we need an
Dice
update.
is racist.
He got another.
I got 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but it was another 20?
Yeah.
Oh,
11 and 20.
All right. So you figured out that the strain of the tractor beam has...
don't forget we have 3
Correct.
momentum.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theoretically, you shouldn't have needed them. It's just bad luck.
Curse it, die.
I was about to say this is about to turn into the curse of the USS Roosevelt.
It's a great episode title, actually.
That's the finale right there.
Yeah.
Only critical failures on every roll. They don't get home.
Okay. So you figure out what the problem is. The strain of the tractor beam has essentially just caused a crack in your I don't know, whatever the Star Trek equivalent of batteries is.
Warp
So
nacelles.
you're gonna have to run control plus engineering to fix it, and you need 2 successes. I would spend
Control.
yes, because you're doing a very precise thing. So control plus engineering.
All right.
I would possibly consider spending an extra momentum.
Yep.
You have an extra dice. Because you
Probably.
need 2 successes.
Okay. Yep. Take that one. I need a 14.
2 14s.
2 14s.
Or a 1, because a 1 counts as 2.
Let's go. Wait.
Heyo. 12, 12, 7.
Yeah. 12 says it.
Okay, so
3 to 6.
technically you came out ahead.
Yeah.
So you got 1 extra success.
Another momentum.
And
And
yeah, you basically got a
Good job.
We're
yeah,
running
you
it back.
broke even with momentum.
Let's go, BB.
All right.
I do what I do.
So now you can report back to the bridge, let him know that everything should be back on. As soon as he does that, power comes back up, consoles snap back to life. Everything is good to go. However, everything outside the ship is still perfectly black. And you, in fact, seem to be in an entirely new space.
Oh.
What do you do now?
We should go exploring. Turn on some headlights and go exploring.
Have we actually moved?
Oh.
I would say this. All of the information you had before is now irrelevant. You are in an entirely new area.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Can we scan again? Should we scan again?
Yep. Scanning for life forms. Yeah. Go ahead and yes,
Oh, is that
Commander.
me again?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Also, I'd like for our security chief to go ahead and do an internal sweep of the ship to make sure that we have not picked up any hitchhikers or that everybody is okay.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm on it.
solid.
Okay.
Captain agrees. Let's go ahead and get on that. So the captain's from Texas, but I don't know if you guys picked
Get
up.
on it.
Yeah.
Arlington.
Need y'all to get up and get after it. So,
Go and get.
Nicholas, Commander, you are going to do a reason plus science again.
11.
Get it, boy.
This is just for the scan, right?
This is just for the scan.
But the scan isn't super necessary because he's doing.
Well,
the
he's
manual
doing
part of that.
he's doing something else. He's making sure that the
He's
ship
doing
hasn't picked up
internal.
anyone.
He's doing interior.
You're
doing
trying to figure out
exterior.
where the heck you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're doing the exterior stuff.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
going to
Yar.
again say that this is a 0-sum difficulty. If you do not want to roll, you
I
do
don't
not have to
wanna
roll. Okay.
We're just let's scan.
Okay. Nice.
So, Corey or Deo, you are going to
Dale.
do
Sorry.
you are
Dale,
going
I
to do reason plus security.
Yeah, I'll take most of these.
Okay.
Reason. So 8 plus 5.
13 or less. Oh, and again, this is a 0. If you don't want to roll it, you don't have to roll it.
Easy killer.
Or you could earn extra momentum.
We need to be safe.
He could be the
Let
lucky
her
one.
get the momentum. She's good at that.
I know.
She's been rolling hot,
I've rolled once.
So
and he did great.
So I don't need
We
to
have
do
three.
this.
Practice your
Right.
rolling.
Yeah, you don't have to do it.
That's correct.
Practice your rolling.
We need to be safe. Make sure that we're safe, Corey.
Oh,
Just put
then
the dice
roll,
down.
then roll, then roll.
Not going to roll?
I'm not going to roll.
Everything inside the ship is exactly as it was before. You've picked up nothing. Nothing has changed.
Okay.
However, there is a permeating low-level radiation. It's not enough to do anything.
Okay.
It's not hurting anyone, but literally the air is different.
Okay.
All right. As far as the external scan goes, you reveal that you are inside the cube, exactly as you thought you would be. But this cube, which was roughly a kilometer cubed, it seems to be exponentially larger on the inside. It is defying the laws of physics.
It's like Dexter's
TARDIS cube.
laboratory.
I was thinking like the
Oh, we went TARDIS cube.
that
Oh, Dexter's
We
laboratory.
went 2 different directions.
On top of that,
Dexter who?
on top of that, you are also picking up that while you are surrounded by material, the material seems to move away when you scan it. On top of that, you can't identify what it is. And there is one other ship in here with you.
Oh.
Let's scan that ship.
Security
Scan.
knows what's up.
Scan it or try to communicate with it.
I
Probably
always say
scan.
scan first.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Scan
hurt anything.
first.
Yeah.
Then we can communicate.
Because like if we don't know who we're communicating with,
They might
You may
speak-
not
Which-
want them to know.
yeah,
that
They
you're
might
there.
speak Spanish.
Oh.
or
well, it's, well, it's dark.
Like we don't know.
It's also dark.
okay,
I
possible.
can't see it.
That was funny. Is that me again? 11.
No, communicate. Who would do that normally? That would be who.
Who does
Are we scanning or
Well, we're
talking?
scanning first.
So really anyone can scan. And
I'll
on,
scan.
on the different shows, lots of people take turns
Yeah.
scanning. It's just kind of whoever's there.
Well, I wouldn't. Let.
I would say since this is a tactical situation, and also because Corey hasn't really gotten to roll yet,
Hey.
we'll let Corey roll, and you want to do your reason plus security again.
So what did I say? 8 plus 5?
13.
Still 13.
And again, this is a zero sum. Actually, no. Since we're inside the anomaly and it's interfering with scanners, we're going to say it's a 1. You need at least 1 success.
2 and 20.
Well, but we got 20, so
Okay.
Oof.
So you do immediately identify that this is an Orion vessel.
okay.
So, side note.
Yeah.
This is like the little Stan Lee head at the bottom of the of the Marvel comics. Okay, so for those who don't know, the Orions, they're the green ones. Okay, the hot green chicks that are always in Star Trek.
Ah,
right?
okay.
Orions are a Tindy on lower decks is an Orion. Orions are traditionally essentially a pirate-esque society. They're very big on getting yours, and they celebrate that.
Getting that boot.
If you pirate booty,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
If you
What other boot?
yeah, if you stole from one of your commanders and made off with the ship or something like that, you probably wouldn't get in trouble. You'd be hailed as a hero. Like, did you see what that guy did? That's freaking awesome. So there is an Orion ship in here with you. It is only a few hundred kilometers away. And as far as you can tell from this distance, it is also dead in the water.
So its lights are off. Its
Correct.
system seemed to be off. Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
And it's-
when we scanned, we saw that it was there. Were we able to see anything inside of it?
You are not close enough to do that.
Okay.
You simply detected where it is and what make of ship it is.
And also, I believe scanning a vessel. I'm going to stop.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to
It's
say
collaborative storytelling.
Yeah,
Like, go
scanning
ahead.
a vessel of a known species that where you're familiar with each other to some degree can be viewed as hostile if you don't communicate first.
Right.
So we may want to communicate first.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Did I
they're
say that?
pirates. Like they don't
You
care
did.
about
Well,
Us anyway,
yeah.
I
Right.
would imagine.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
just saying. Somebody said let's scan them. I'm like, wait. So,
So what do you want to do?
let's
Captain's open to
okay.
suggestions.
In that case, I do recommend we try to communicate. And if they're receptive, then we just leave it at that.
Okay, Commander. Try to
I
open
will-
hailing frequencies. Reach out to the Orion vessel.
I'm on it. Or I agree. Let's do it. Let's do. I'm gonna say, just to change it up. Let's do reason plus. We're gonna say command.
15.
Okay, good solid roll.
Better not.
It's on roll. Because of the
please
interference,
no
we're
20s.
yeah.
Please no 20s.
Because of the interference, we're gonna say you need one success.
Okay. I feel good about this one.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
12 and 13.
12 and 13. Okay. So you got one extra momentum.
Hey, let's go,
I'm
baby.
going to start up in the difficulty. Okay.
I'll
So-
chill. I'll chill.
So you open the hailing frequencies. It does cut through the interference and the radiation. No response. No response at all. You're not even entirely sure they received it.
The flick.
Mr. Rodeo.
That is me.
Go ahead and scan the ship for life signs.
Scanning.
You're too far for life signs.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You did say that. Captain, I recommend we cautiously approach the ship.
All right, let's take her in. So
Are we still in yellow alert?
We're still on yellow
Okay.
alert.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
All right. So you take it in, you get a little bit closer. You are now close enough to identify the vessel and to do any additional scanning you may want to do.
Okay. Repeat of last instruction to Lieutenant.
So Corey, go ahead and roll reason plus security.
Yet again, it says 13.
Actually, you know what?
Yes.
Control.
Yeah. Please continue. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Do I just do it again?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
control plus security.
So 10 plus 5.
15 or under.
15.
Difficulty of 1 because of the radiation.
Here we go.
This is a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
I want to say it's like 18.
That feels more fair. 18.
Okay.
Does it?
So you still got a success.
Okay.
So you succeeded. You've identified the vessel. It is called the Sapphire Nexus and is registered to Zara Kethix, a free trader.
Oh.
You do go ahead and run the registry through the Challengers. Good Lord, that's the name of the thing they used. Through the Roosevelt's library computer, and it calls up the criminal history for Kethrix and her small crew that includes theft and smuggling charges, though she's only ever been convicted of minor violations such as out-of-date ship registries and failure to file accurate flight plans. You've also detected that there is a massive radiation leak. There are 4 life signs on board, but they are dwindling fast.
All right. Captain, I'd like to take our security chief and medical officer over and see if we can rescue those individuals.
Agreed. I'm going to say go ahead and take the chief engineer as well. See if you can patch that thing up.
Smart. Yes, Captain.
All right. So you guys go down to the teleporting room. Everyone except for Commander Washington, who stays on the bridge for now.
Monitoring.
Correct.
Looking.
All right. Actually, you go down with them to the teleport room because someone has to run the freaking console
Sure.
to actually teleport them.
We
So-
don't have an O'Brien?
Mess that up.
No, not yet.
Okay.
The budget didn't allow.
I
see.
Well,
Starfleet's
maybe
kind of
season 2.
No
Right.
speaking roles yet.
budget cuts.
All right. So in order to beam aboard due to the radiation leak, Nick, you are looking for control plus con, and it's a difficulty of 2.
13.
And you need 2 of them successes.
I think
May I remind you, you have
I want to
momentum.
use a momentum.
So you get 1 extra die. You get 1 extra die, into the microphone. And you're looking for 13s or better. You need at least 2
Two
of them.
13s. 1
Oh,
and a 13.
Yeah.
So
your one
So you
counts
did
as
get
2,
You
right?
did get a 1? Yeah,
and
so
I
that
got
counts
a
as 2.
7.
Oh, nice.
So no critical.
No.
Sorry. I got out of control. Sorry. I'm apologizing
Lord.
for you.
There you go.
So you beam in and you actually manage to put them directly into their engineering room, right into the warp core. I mean, not into the warp core, but next to
That's it.
you're
Game's over.
adjacent to the warp core. Your
What?
molecules were not instantly shredded. So, so you're being directly into engineering. You are wearing environment suits, so hopefully you will not be harmed due to the radiation.
That's funny.
Inside, the room only has all 4 occupants inside it. The 3 Orions that are not the captain have passed out. They've already fallen down. The captain, the young Orion lady Kethrix, is feverishly typing away on a console, and as you guys are materializing, she's actually reached the point where she has basically started hitting it with a spanner, just trying to get it to freaking work. As soon as you guys materialize, she spins around and holds up the spanner. What do you do?
What's the distance between us and the captain?
We're going to say that you are, to be extra Trekkie, you're about 3 or 4 meters away.
Okay.
Because see, in Star Trek world, they've all adopted the metric system.
Which is smarter.
I know, but every once in a while on the show, they say how far away or how big something is, and I have to like pause it and put it in Google.
Oh, that's this many miles.
What's that in freedom? Hold on. I will say this. She does not appear threatening. She appears scared.
Right. I'm Commander Malave with the USS Roosevelt. We're not here to hurt you. We're responding to your vehicle. It seems to be in vehicle. We're responding to your ship. It seems to be in distress. We're not here to assault you.
Assault.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
This is turned
True.
different.
Yeah.
this is taking a turn.
Yeah. We're not here to
It's in Deep
To hurt
Space Nine,
you.
bro.
Let
It's
me
not
take this
that
over.
dark. Yeah.
We come in peace.
That's going in the episode.
Do you need assistance?
She looks around for a second. She's not quite sure if she believes you or not. So, Jason, I want you to roll presence plus
Excuse me.
command.
So 11.
Corey, since you talked as well, you can also roll presence plus command as an assist.
Okay.
So 1 dice. She's pretty freaked out. She's pretty scared, and she's from a culture that's naturally untrusting. I'm going to say you guys need 2 successes total.
Done.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Roll
2
tide.
13s.
Okay.
So I had to get a 16.
Okay.
Or lower. So 2 13s. Done.
So she looks around, takes a breath, and just drops the spanner, sits down on the floor. She's obviously exhausted, clearly getting sick from the radiation as well.
Doctor. Go check on him.
So in order to do some first aid, you're going to do reason plus medicine. She is pretty darn sick. You need 2 successes.
15. 18 and 3.
Nice.
So
Okay.
1 success.
So 1 success. She's starting to feel a little bit better. I'm going to treat this as like not an opposed task, but an ongoing task. So she is starting to feel a little bit better. You can see some of the color come back to her face a little bit better while you're going over with the tricorder and the little scanner, the hypospray, and all that fun Star Trek stuff.
I
And
do love a hypospray.
while that's happening, maybe she feels like she could talk a little bit. So she looks around and kind of begrudgingly says thank you. And then tells you that she's been trying to get the warp core breach stabilized. It came loose when she was pulled in by the tractor beam. Apparently the stress that affected your ship affected hers as well. Only her ship was not built as well as yours, and it started to buckle under the strain.
to Klingon?
Wow, racist.
Tumek. See if you can take a look at their engine.
I get them.
So, Commander. So you're going to, Christian, you're going to roll reason and engineering. See if you can identify the problem.
Reason and what?
Reason and engineering.
Engineering.
It is a 1 success,
16.
or 1 difficulty rather.
2 15s.
Cool. You've realized.
You used to be able to do that.
So you realize that it is exactly what she said it was. It is a warp core breach. It is right along the input lines, though. And because of that, it is fairly urgent. And if you don't get this resolved pretty soon, the ship's probably going to blow.
Oh.
So you decide that you are going to immediately begin work on it. This will be a control plus engineering task. You need 3 successes.
Okay. In the meantime, I want to get the I want to check for any other people on the crew or on the ship. I want to get the other members of the Orion crew to the ship, to the medical bay, and then Tumik.
It's like turmeric, but
Tumik.
different.
Tumik and I are going to stay and try to get the engine working, fixed.
All right. So, Commander Ordeo, you are going to roll.
Where'd my dad go?
You're going to roll reason plus security to scan the rest of the ship and see what else is happening. Nick, you are going to do 3 to beam out. And actually, no, I guess they could go ahead and leave too, couldn't they?
Who?
The doctor and the captain. Actually,
No,
for the
I
sake
want
of
to stay.
narration,
I'm staying.
I want them to stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So 3 to beam out.
But do I need to? Am I like? Is that not a thing that ship does? I have to beam them up.
There's no one to do it.
Beam them
Yeah,
up?
you're going to have to
Okay,
beam them out.
yeah. Okay.
So, I guess we can resolve these in any order. Since Christian started first, and due to the urgency of it, I'm going to say this is not going to be an ongoing task. You need to do it right now. So you need
Right
3
now.
successes.
I'm gonna use the
Momentum.
momentum to get the 3. So I think I need 14.
So 3 14s. You can buy a second one if you want to.
I don't think it's worth it. Just do it.
Hurt. 8, 3, 15.
Should have done it.
Oi. Hindsight. No.
All right.
Also Star Trek.
So you let the commander know, hey man, it is stabilized ish.
For now.
For now, we've got maybe 30 minutes to get out of here and put some distance between us and the ship. All right.
In Star Trekese, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, that's actually a long time. Yeah.
That's like 2 episodes.
Right.
Corey, in the meantime, you are
Reason-
scanning the rest of the ship to make sure you guys haven't missed anything.
Sure.
So you are doing your reason plus security.
All right, so that's 8 and 5.
It's 13.
Still.
I
still
refuse to do
13.
any math in this show. So, ooh, 16 and 4.
Okay, so that's good. You're fine. You succeed in realizing that there is no one else. The preliminary scans were correct. There's nothing else hinky going on.
Hinky?
Yes, hinky.
Hinky.
One
That's
word.
Star Trek words. Hinky.
Sure.
Yes. And you're good to go. Nicholas, you're going to beam out the Orions. You are doing control plus, what did we say earlier? Con? I think that's what we said. Con! Also
Wrong
Star
con.
Trek. Yeah, control plus con.
Yeah.
Control plus con, difficulty of, we're going to say 1, since you had the data from before to back up on.
13.
Hey, you got
Yep.
Nice. Oh,
I got a 1.
Oh.
2, what do
I
you
got
call
2
those?
ones.
2 ones.
2 ones. So we get,
I'd beam
Wow.
the whole deck
Was
up
What a
ship.
time to roll that.
I think you just made up for all the,
Yeah.
You beamed them up super good. Okay, cool.
The entire ship is now docked within the USS
you get a
Roosevelt.
medal for that.
Yeah.
Just,
Captain, they're aboard and they're fine. Yeah.
Miraculous recovery.
So he actually manages to beam them directly into sickbay.
I'm like in the bed.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
literally appear lying down. Really nailed it. And the auxiliary medical personnel go in and start taking care of them right away. They let the captain know, as well as the commander, that they're going to be just fine. They're already administering anti-radiation medication.
very well.
So, ship is stable for the moment. There's no one else on there. The crew is out, and it is now just y'all and the ship's captain. What do you do?
Who is still a little bit sick.
Still a little bit sick. You're working on it. In fact, you could go ahead and roll your reason and medicine again to wrap this up. It is a difficulty of 2.
15.
This-
Well, I guess
thicker,
at this
man.
point you only need 1 left though, because we were finishing it up.
15. 13 and 5. 2 wins. 2
Cool.
successes.
So she is good to go. She's able to get back onto her feet, and for the moment at least, she is inoculated against the radiation.
Captain, can you please tell us what happened?
So she hesitates for a second, and then finally just says, "Sure, you saved my life." So she and her crew had recently stolen a cache of veterinary medicine from the personal zoo of a Ferengi businessman that she intended to administer to a pod of Gormaganders suffering from a mysterious illness. Gormaganders are actually a real thing in Star Trek. They're space whales.
I gotta look this up.
Gormaganders.
We can put up
Gormaganders.
pictures when he
Sure.
says those.
Gormaganders.
And Ferengi.
Whales.
Is this one of those visual aids you had prepared?
It is one of the visual aids.
Okay.
It was a whale. I made it red.
This is a
Star
whale
Trek.
of a good time.
Yeah. So she had stolen.
Giant space whale.
Yeah.
There it is.
So just as they were about to deliver the medication,
Very nice.
I
Very nice.
wasn't kidding.
I believe you.
Poor sick Gormaganders.
Just as they were about to deliver the medication, this colossal ship appears out of nowhere through a wormhole and tractored the Sapphire Nexus and the entire pod of Gormaganders inside. Kethix pushed her freighter's engines far beyond their design tolerances in an attempt to break free from the tractor beam. Not only did this attempt prove fruitless, it caused her vessel's main power to fail and unleashed a massive radiation leak from the warp engine whips.
That ain't good.
Well, that was dumb.
Well, dang.
Oh,
I'm not on the
anything
ship,
for the
sorry.
Gormaganders.
Shoot.
That sucks.
Where is the medicine at this time?
It's in the cargo bay.
Of course it is. Is he back on the ship?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's still
Yeah,
there with you.
he's
The
still
only
there.
people who were beamed out were the crew members.
Okay. See if he can. Is there a safe passageway from our location to the cargo bay?
At this point, the leak is more or less contained.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's not even something you have to roll for. If you want to go to the cargo bay, you can.
Where are the
Um,
Gormaganders?
We don't know. They are not on the Sapphire Nexus. It is not nearly big enough to do that.
All right, Captain, it does appear, I'm talking to the Orion, not to our captain. Captain, it does appear that your warp core is going to breach within the next 25 minutes. We'd like to beam you and your cargo to our ship for its, just stop there.
Okay, cool. She kind of looks around again, but realizes it's a fruitless situation. She's pissed as hell that she's losing her ship, but I mean, what choice does she have? So she says, okay, so that is going to be 5 to beam out.
Oh.
So, Nicholas, it's almost a full transporter pad. Most transporter pads max out at 6. So, we are going to do, and now you do. So, we are going to do control plus con, difficulty of 2 again.
You want the momentums.
I want to do momentums.
I'll end up beaming the captain to
Hell.
Alpha Centauri or something. Wait, 13. I need 2 of them, right?
Yep.
1, 13, 3.
Nice.
You've rolled like 4
Yeah.
1.
You're making up for it, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so technically that's enough to get your momentum back.
Momentum.
I didn't even say it ironically.
What was that word? Minimum.
Momentum.
Momentum.
Okay, so you successfully beam everyone out. You also get the cargo, which has been transported to your cargo bay.
Hey.
And
That
you
will
can take it away.
Space whales.
So you guys put some distance between you and the ship. I'm not going to make the minor character roll for that again. At this point, as soon as you're away from the ship, you actually begin receiving a hail.
Hey.
Okay. So at this point, you
Yeah.
at this point you get away from the ship, and as you're peeling out, turns out it ruptures.
Hold on. Peeling out.
Yeah.
It's like you can see the helmsman going.
Well, again, Star Trek. So she's going.
I
Full
thought that
impulse.
but this was funnier in my head.
She got the other finger on the e-brake, right? So, so as you're peeling away, sticking with it. As you're
Star
peeling
Trek,
away,
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trek Fast, Trek Furious.
Yeah.
So as you're pulling away,
Kyoto Drift. Sorry.
as you're pulling gently away in a very controlled manner,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Blazing.
Yeah,
To the
lazy
left.
wistfully
Yeah.
to the left.
That's
Just like Han Solo doing some maneuvers. So
Anyway.
as you're pulling away, the warp core does rupture, and the ship detonates and explodes in a massive, spectacular fashion. Their ship, not your ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your ship's fine.
Wow, what
We
an
get an
ending.
episode. How'd we do?
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
You did everything right, and you still lost.
Yeah.
Which is an important lesson in Star Trek.
Captain Picard.
So the ship does blow up. You did the right thing. You got everyone out of there. That was very Federation-y of you. So, but as soon as you're away, you start receiving a hail.
Captain, we're being
Essentially.
hailed.
All right, why don't we go ahead and put it on? So you open up the hail, and it just sounds like garbage, just noise, screeching, everything like that. You have no idea what to do, but you do know that the universal translator could probably get it if it was recalibrated.
Is it whale song?
It is not whale something.
We need Dory in here stat.
All right. Who could do this?
I would say it would either be your operations chief,
Mhm.
because they're the catch-all,
Right.
or your engineer could recalibrate the universal translator.
Well, whereas I appreciate the work that our operations officer has been doing, I do feel like our engineer has been kind of put to waste at this point so far. So,
I'm
engine,
chilling. Man.
so
He's doing great.
Commander,
I gave y'all 30
yeah,
minutes.
that's true. Yeah, that's right. Commander, see if you can clean up that universal translator.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to roll reason plus con with a difficulty of 1.
You useless piece of crap.
1 reason of 1.
Earn your pay.
Difficulty of
Difficulty of 1.
reason plus con, difficulty of 1.
Got it. 1 and 4.
Heyo.
Yes, killing it, baby. 2 momentum?
Dual moment?
Okay, at a certain point, I'm gonna have to max y'all out on momentum. I think I'm gonna have to artificially inflate the difficulty.
So many.
Let's go Voyager. Suddenly we're in the Delta Quadrant.
No.
75 years home.
So you successfully translate it. It cackles for a second, runs through the computer.
Oh, on cackle.
Cackles for a second, runs through the computer. Voice comes out. You've successfully detected and deciphered the voice of the celestial algorithm, an indication that you possess sufficient intelligence to warrant further analysis. Navigate this machine and attempt additional tests. You will be contacted again when the celestial algorithm has reached a conclusion regarding your current state of enlightenment.
So they're scanning to see if we're smart enough to
Or if we can understand that message, we're smart enough.
for them
Correct.
to
You were
care
able to
about us.
decipher the message.
Right.
That is a good first step.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Whatever it is has preemptively deemed us worthy of communication
Whatever,
of some sort.
Commander, can you play that message back, please?
Once more.
I see we have
Because it's on
cassette
an
tapes on the
8-track.
USS Roosevelt.
You have
Forgot we're in space. Yeah.
You have successfully detected and deciphered the voice of the celestial algorithm, an indication that you possess sufficient intelligence to warrant further analysis. Navigate this machine and attempt additional tests. You will be contacted again when the celestial algorithm has reached a conclusion regarding your current state of enlightenment.
Captain,
Before you can even do anything.
Okay.
Sorry. Feeling dramatic.
you're waiting for that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Before I Jasoned you. Suck it, nerd.
So that's what it feels like.
No, it's not even close.
Yeah. No.
Before you can do anything, on the view screen, out of nowhere, appears a pack of Gormaganders.
You just like saying that.
Yeah, it's a fun word.
Yeah.
Appears a pack of Gormaganders.
A pack?
A pack of Gormaganders.
A pod?
pod?
A
Perhaps?
pod of Gormaganders.
There we go.
School.
A school
No,
of
no, no. A pod.
Gormaganders.
Pod.
A
Pod whales.
murder of Gormaganders.
A gaggle. Gaggle.
Gaggle of Gormaganders. Yes, a gaggle of Gormaganders.
Okay.
That's what it is. You spit all over this microphone.
That's our band name.
So excited.
Our
Go ahead.
band name, Gaggle of Gormaganders.
Yes.
It's a Klingon death metal band.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Just
Before
like
you can do anything,
flock of seagulls,
a
gaggle,
gaggle of
Gormaganders.
Gormaganders appears. And while they are massive and slightly intimidating, they do seem to just be kind of listing lazily, and a couple of them even like bump into each other a little bit. They're clearly
tired.
not doing well. What do you do?
We have the cargo.
Right. Yeah, I was about to, yep.
We can take care of them.
Yes,
Trank them.
Commander, I logically agree.
He doesn't just agree. He
Your
logically
logic
agrees.
is sound.
There you go.
Baby.
And it's fortuitous that we do have the medicine for the Gormaganders on board our ship at this time.
And I beamed it to the perfect spot.
You did a fantastic job, Commander.
So how are you going to get it to the whales?
Trank them.
We're going to have to go
Oh,
up there.
Baseball.
This sounds like a medical thing.
Someone's suiting up.
Yeah. So, Doctor,
I captain. You're not captain. Commander.
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 Doctor, do you know how to administer this medicine to the Gorgamanders?
Close enough.
Gormaganders?
Well, as I did-
What's that alien that they always mispronounce? Like every time they said its name, they changed it.
Which
Mugatu or Mugato or Umbagu or something.
what series?
None of those were similar.
It was TNG, I think. They made fun of it on Lower Decks
Oh, I don't
because
know.
every single time they said it, they changed how they said it.
Not Lieutenant Broccoli?
No,
Okay.
Broccoli.
I don't recall.
Okay.
recall.
I do not recall.
Okay.
It's a very senatorial answer of you.
Yes.
Commander, as I did have a focus in xenobiology at the Academy, I am familiar with the anatomy of the Gormagander. So yes, I feel confident that I could administer the medication.
Okay, I want you to work with Lieutenant Tamuk.
Okay,
And-
new guy,
and-
you need to get it together.
I really do. Sorry.
To Mick.
I think it's charming and perfectly fits
Yeah,
his
put a-
character.
Put a phonetic.
Tumac.
Get the
Tumac.
long line over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tumik. Work with Lieutenant Tumik and see if we can get that medicine administered to the.
Okay, you guys still have to decide how you're
okay.
going to get it to him.
So I'm an actor. I read off scripts. I don't write scripts. I
We're
read off of
pronouncing
them.
this phonetically. We've got a what did you say? Never mind.
So we need to. Do you want?
You have
me-
very large animals outside of the ship. You need to administer this medicine to them.
Engineer, can we calibrate the phasers to include the medication into a beam that could be aimed directly at them?
That's solid. That's Star Trekky AF.
Rewatch Voyager.
we should-
But the Orion ship said that they were pulled in after they had gotten the medication for the Gormagander. So unless the celestial, give me a second, algorithm
You got there.
has used both the Gormaganders and the Orion ship as bait for us to go through this, which they obviously want us to do, I'd say it's more likely that is the real situation, that they were both pulled in and now we need to follow our prime directive and
but
help
but
the
was,
beings.
But was Pirate Bay trying to help the Gormaganders, or was she?
Yes.
just taking-
Yes.
Yes, she was definitely trying to help them. She has a soft spot.
Well, then let's carry out her mission.
We should, since it's not our equipment, though, we should probably check with the captain and see if she's okay with this.
It's up to you guys.
That yes.
She
Also,
she
did-
might
wait.
know if we'd be able to calibrate our phasers.
Didn't she steal it?
I mean, yeah.
She Robin Hooded it a little bit.
But we don't steal from those who stole.
But she was trying to help the Gormaganders. So
Yeah.
as far as we know, she was trying to help them.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's up to you. Do you want
Yeah,
to
but just because we beamed it onto our ship, it doesn't make it ours, and therefore it's not ours to do with as we please. So we should check with the captain.
But she's feeling good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fixed her up.
Yeah, she's good to go. So
All right.
Captain agrees with you. Let's see if we can get that Orion up here. So the Orion comes up. We'll say the doctor brings her in. And Captain looks over at her and explains the situation. Says that regardless of whether this is a test or not, everyone agrees that this is the right thing to do. And seeing as that looks like what you were going to do anyway, we'd like to go ahead and use the medicine that you had. And she agrees. She says, "Yeah, that was always the plan.
Let's blast some whales.
Let's blast some whales." It's also going in the episode. Okay.
Also a great CD title.
Song title.
I'd
Song
try it.
title? Okay.
Okay. So, have we agreed that
Ska.
we're going to
Deluxe
use,
version, the bonus disc, the bonus track.
have we agreed we're going to use the phasers modified with the medication.
Hell yeah, it was a great
Is
idea.
that what we're going to do? She said about her idea. Okay.
I think this is sound.
Whatever Captain
Yes.
does.
So Captain agrees with y'all's decision.
Okay.
Which is going to be how he does a lot of this episode. And basically, I set it up as the captain being the captain in case I had to direct you out of something.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
Just because I didn't know how this was going to go, but I feel like it's going well. So captain hasn't had to do much. So Christian, in order to modify the phaser array to be non-lethal as well as administer this medicine on a cellular level, you are going to
On a whale.
yeah
on a whale.
space
In
whale.
space.
Space whale.
Space whales.
In a big square.
Swear to God, this is how they wrote Star Trek. I mean, there's probably a lot of like marijuana too, but this is how they wrote Star Trek.
Probably some acid.
Okay, stay with me here.
How do you think they come up with space whales?
Space whales.
Dude,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
We got to make them like red though.
Space whales.
Sure, dude. Okay, so Christian, in order to modify it, you're going to do control plus engineering. It's going to be a common.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Control plus engineering. This is a difficulty of 2.
Dang
Oh.
it. It's 14.
You have a lot of momentum.
That's true.
That's a good middle number.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say you get an assist from the ship as well
Ooh.
with
Kobe.
computer plus engineering. So the ship, which I'll roll for you because I haven't gotten to roll anything yet. Ship. Normally I wouldn't, but I want to. Yeah, we're going to say computer plus engineering. So it's doing a 14. We need 2 successes total.
Oh my God, I'm doing 14 too.
Ship got a success. So you only need 1 success.
12. Yeah. Okay.
What was the other one? 12 and
18.
18.
Okay.
So
Got
it
it.
works.
Got it.
Yeah. The phaser array has been readjusted, and tactical is going to lock on and blast some whales. So,
Love it.
so Corey, you're going to do control plus
All right,
security.
hang- wait. Before we fire.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, monitor our ship systems to ensure we don't have any issues as we fire off the modified phasers. Commander, go ahead and keep an eye on the ship status as
Keep an eye on it.
It's
It's
a
a
very-
close this line.
I was going to say, smash cut to Nick.
And Doctor, go ahead and give us the telemetry on the whales and their health as they receive the medication.
Gonna say the same thing.
All right.
You were going to say
I
telemetry.
concur. All right. So
Somebody
Corey,
gave the exo a thesaurus tonight.
Corey, you're going to do your attack roll assisted by the doctor. So Corey, you are going to roll control plus security. Doctor, you're going to roll reason plus medicine.
Ooh, 15.
And
I'm
we
also
are shooting.
rolling a 15.
This is a
Jumped at me.
This is a difficult task. So it is a difficulty of 4.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so I'm
Do we get 1 momentum out of the 48,000 that we have? Because we only have 4.
Y'all got a
between us.
stack.
Maybe 2. Maybe
Right,
we each
right.
get 1.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
so
with
that's
Each want
gonna be
1
3.
momentum.
So what do you have to roll?
15.
So do I.
All right. We are looking
What's
for
this?
4 in total.
You need another one.
Oh.
And we both need 15 or less.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Let's
Oh.
just
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
let's not look at him.
Did you get a 20?
Oh, no.
I got a 20, 17, and a 7.
They're
I got
perfect.
a 20, 17, and a 12.
Oh my God.
They're perfect.
So I only got 2
So
successes.
2
Two
critical
successes.
failures.
Red alert!
Doctor,
no,
wait,
no,
I'm
no.
doctor. Captain, the whales are dead.
So one of the whales explodes. Not
What-
really. No.
What's our
So-
status on whale oil?
You got one right in the eye.
Okay, so no, this is good though. This is what makes good storytelling.
Yep, this
right?
is great.
If
We killed the
everything went
whales.
Perfect. It would be really boring. So it is working. All right, we're going to succeed at cost. So
Did we get we got 2 successes, right?
correct.
Yeah.
So you did get some successes. All right. it does seem to be working as best as you can tell. That being said, the whales are being shot and they're a little upset about it.
Oh, okay.
So the nearest whale swings around, Gormaganders. The nearest Gormagander swings around and headbutts the ship as hard
Shields
as it
up.
possibly
Shields
can.
up. Shields up.
I will say, you were not at yellow alert. The shields came down when you did all the teleporting back and
Oh,
forth.
no.
So the ship
Shields
does
up.
take a pretty jarring hit to the side. All right. We're
Oh,
gonna say one console starts sparking a little bit because it's Star Trek. All right. A few people get knocked off the thing because they don't have seatbelts in the Star Trek universe.
Shields at 80%.
And
No,
there are no
shields.
shields. Shields
They
are
went
not.
up.
Ah, crap.
Still at
Shields
100.
at 0%.
All right. At this point, Nick looks down at his console.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So can we see the Gormaganders? Because it's still
They're on the view
dark,
screen.
right?
Yeah, they're on the view screen. We're gonna say that the ship's instruments
Or
compensate
just
for
this-
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even and the thing
The
about
radiation
Star Trek
cleared up.
is like they'll say that there's no illumination from anywhere, but you can still see stuff outside because of Star Trek. So,
Okay. Gotcha.
Because it'd be a really boring TV show. if you
Sure.
couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'm with you. I just wanted to.
no, I mean, again,
Valid
logical,
question.
valid question. So, at this point, Nick looks down at the console. One of the little alarms is going off, and there are hull breaches on 2 different decks. So that being said, systems are operating. The automatic shielding system pops up and closes up those breaches, so no one is immediately in danger. There are a couple of minor injuries that are being taken to sick bay. You didn't lose anyone. What do you do?
Lieutenant, get those shields up. Helmsman, let's back off the whales.
Aye, Commander.
So
Stop.
shields are up.
Who's firing?
Gormaganders.
The Gormaganders. And stop firing
Do you want to stop firing?
right now. Yeah.
So our helmsman, who is
Full impulse.
also Cynthia.
Also me.
Yes. We're gonna do daring plus con, and you need 1 success.
11. 7 to 5.
Hey.
2 successes.
Hey.
Okay.
Give me that momentum.
So you do back up enough, and you do cease
Canvas
firing.
is necessary.
The whales, while clearly annoyed,
Gormaganders.
Gormaganders, while clearly annoyed, backed off, and it was really, they just wanted you to go away. Just stop it. So they're not chasing you. Everything's fine. You backed up a little bit. They are still within range. What do you do?
Is there another way that we can deliver these
Someone's suiting up.
medications?
I'm suiting up.
Gormaganders have a specific biology underneath what we would call their chins or their mouth parts that is more receptive to external. Give me a word. We can poke them in their soft spot with the
Okay.
medication.
Penetration.
If we get close.
If we get closer, we may be able to aim it correctly to deliver the medication faster before they get irritated.
I'm suiting up.
No. We can do this from the ship. We just have to get closer without them freaking out on us.
All right, Captain, I recommend that we take a shuttle pod to the whales and administer the medication at a closer range. Therefore, we keep the ship out of danger, we minimize the risk to crew, and we're able to possibly even fly under the radar of the Gormaganders.
Sounds good. You and Chief Security get out there, get her done.
Lieutenant, you're with me.
All right, so you guys go down to the shuttle bay, get into the shuttle, and fly out to the whale. In order to administer it, Corey, you are going to do
I promise it'll be a whale of a good time.
control
Well,
Take away some
well.
momentum. That was bad enough.
control plus security. You are a lot closer than you were last time, but you are aiming for a specific spot, so it's a difficulty of 1.
So I'm rolling for 15. 3 and 15.
Nice.
So that being said, you've administered the final bit of the medicine. The whales did not seem to mind this time. You spin the shuttle around and take it back to the ship. As soon as you are landing the shuttle and getting off of it, your communicator chirps. The captain lets you know, I need you guys back up on the bridge ASAP. You guys head back up off to the bridge. As soon as you walk in, you look on the screen and notice there's nothing there.
The whales are gone.
The whales are gone.
Gormaganders.
Yeah. Captain,
Gormaganders.
Captain looks at you and says, as soon as you guys got back here, they just disappeared quick as they had appeared.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's definitely weird as hell. So, as soon as he finishes saying that, ion storm starts appearing outside. Essentially, a glowing blue-green nebula suddenly encases the entire ship. It starts blasting it with lightning. Lots of turbulence, lots of things flying around, sparks going off. What do we do?
Can we turn on our shields now?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, Commander, you recommend shields?
Yeah.
Quit talking about it. Shields up. Yellow alert. Swirling electron storm. You're basically caught in the middle of an electricity hurricane. Okay. Shields go up. It seems to buffer it down a little bit, but it has definitely locked you in place. Ship can't move. Ship can't do anything else. It's frying all the sensors. What do you do?
Options.
That's
Line.
good captaining.
So our ship can't do anything.
It is
we
definitely
can't move. We can't. Like
it is-
it's debilitated.
It is definitely stuck. You can't
Okay.
fly out of this.
Okay.
It is something you are going to have to deal with.
Have we tried turning it off and on again?
I mean, if that's the best option we have, we're going to have to do it.
Is it affecting anyone on the inside?
Aside from the vibrations and general turbulence of the situation, no one is being harmed.
Commander, see if we can get a frequency on the electronic, on the, what's it called again?
Ion storm.
Ion storm.
Yeah. Scan it.
Scan it.
Scan it. When
Scan
in doubt,
it.
scan it, guys. That's always the
Yeah.
answer. When in doubt, scan it. Nick, roll reason and I'm going to say science. Oh, maybe not. Okay. What about what about?
I'm not the science guy. Okay.
We do need a science guy.
But you
Bill
do have
Nye,
science,
guy.
some science ability on
We
your
just
sheet.
gotta.
what if we did?
Okay.
What if we did control plus? Yeah, that's
Science is probably right.
control plus science.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
It's the same number as
Yeah.
reason was.
Oh,
It's 11. Hey.
Nice.
85.
Nice.
Nice.
cool. Okay. So you analyze the situation and realize that all along the edges of this interior cube that you are stuck in are hundreds upon millions of emitters that are setting off this ion storm. They are generating this ion storm.
We need to shoot those or destroy them, or
Millions of them.
Millions upon millions.
well, we just got to shoot one with a big enough thing. We'll get the other ones. Chain reaction.
The millions part, I think initially I like your idea, but the millions part makes me second guess it.
Is there a way we could harness the energy of the ion storm to redirect a blast and disable them?
Oh, that's
Negative
that's a deflector dish thing.
Something about polarity. What's the
Do we have
polarity
a
joke?
deflector
Reverse
dish?
the polarity.
Reverse the
Yeah.
polarity.
You do have a
Oh, that's a
deflector
Doctor Who
dish.
joke. Never mind.
Mm.
Dang.
I mean,
Right.
they do it a lot on Star Trek
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Reverse the polarity.
I say shoot it. I say we can like short circuit it
Mm,
and let that be the chain reaction, like a daisy chain that takes them all out.
I like it.
I will say this: there's a rule that we haven't talked about yet, where you can basically ask the game master for advice or hints, and it costs 1 momentum.
I don't want to do that.
I only do it.
No, I don't want to do that.
Nah.
I want to
Alright.
shoot it.
I think we came up with good answers by
So-
ourselves.
So do you think? What if we shoot it? What if we reverse the polarity and shoot it with the deflector dish?
So essentially, try to neutralize the emitters.
And I also think it will hit a wider spread.
Checks out.
Commander, can you see if we can get the deflector dish set up?
So Christian, what you're going to want to do
Mm-hmm.
is
Sorry, Lieutenant. No, wait, Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant
Commander.
McMahon.
That's Lieutenant. You're Commander.
What am I?
I'm a-
usually
You're Commander probably.
usually if your rank has a qualifier attached to it, so like a lieutenant commander,
Mhm.
in short, you would usually still be called commander. Just like a lieutenant,
LTC.
yeah, like a lieutenant junior
I like
grade,
that.
Still,
you would still just call them lieutenant.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually, if you're getting called your full rank, it is either something very formal or you are in a lot of trouble.
Gotcha.
Kind of like when mom uses your full name.
Your middle name.
So, anyway, lieutenant commander, you are going to do you're going to do a control plus engineering task with a difficulty of 3
Awesome.
But I'm going to let you use the ship as a buff.
Yeet.
So you can use sensors plus engineering, and that is 13. So the ship's going to roll. You need 3 in total. The ship got you
Ooh.
Oof.
not a lot of help.
What was it? What'd you get?
18.
Error.
I'm gonna use a
You want to spin a momentum?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say critical.
It's the one that's rolled a 20 like
So-
4 times. Saying.
Control plus engineering. What are you
So-
shooting for?
14.
If that
14 and
purple
under.
one gets a 20, we're throwing it out of the room.
One.
Whoa.
Yes! No, for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have the best engineer in Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're going to Vegas after this.
Not
with
with
you.
the way you were rolling earlier.
Hey, I'll get
You
it.
stay in the hotel
I'll
room.
beam us there very well. That's it.
So it is perfectly calibrated, and he discharges it immediately, neutralizing everything.
Do we get like a million momentum for that?
Let's go.
We're kind of at the end, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it makes you feel better, like I'll give you
Yeah.
the last 2 momentum.
Give us the momentum.
So at this point, the ion storm completely disappears. And at this point, everything is pitch black again. All the panels are quiet. They're not dead. There's just nothing, there's no input. You're in a perfect vacuum. There's no light, there's no sound. And suddenly, over the communicator comes in a voice. And all it says is, "What is your purpose?"
Suspicious.
To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Jason, I want you to roll presence plus command, a difficulty of 2.
11 and 5, so 16.
If you don't get this, we die.
You also have plenty of momentum.
Yeah, give me a momentum.
I guess I don't have to give you one.
So 16.
Oh, that.
8 and 3.
Yeah.
So you have that momentum back.
Max.
A dazzling artificial wormhole opens at the heart of the construct, and the Roosevelt is pulled through. You can't tell if it takes an instant or a day to travel through the wormhole, but you discover a wondrous sight on the other side. You find yourself in another galaxy entirely. Countless colossal machines like the one you encountered float in the void, extending far beyond what your sensors can detect. At the heart of this vast constellation of machines is an impossibly gargantuan structure that resembles a double helix wrapped around a star.
Cool.
What do you do?
Let's go to there.
Are we still at yellow alert?
You're still at yellow alert.
Okay.
let's stay there.
Commander, scan.
Scan it.
Scan it.
Scan it.
Scan it.
You know what to do.
Oh, is that
Does he need to roll?
You knew what to do.
It's no, it's a difficulty of 0. You can scan if you
No,
want.
no,
Okay,
we're
cool.
we're gonna scan, but I'm not gonna roll for it.
Cool.
Smart.
'Cause I'll
So you scan it and you realize that all of this is completely inorganic. There is no living life sign anywhere as far as your sensors can possibly detect. And yet, everything seems to be teeming with what can only be described as life. Everything is moving, it's interacting, it's going back and forth. It clearly has a consciousness, but nothing is detecting any life. And before you can do anything else, the voice returns and it says, "Welcome to the domain of the celestial algorithm. You have shown yourselves to be an enlightened people, so the celestial algorithm has brought you here to request your assistance." Unlike your universe, organic life did not evolve in this quantum reality. There is only I, the celestial algorithm. Long story short, this guy's been sending out all of these ships to different dimensions looking for people that he believes can help him. He considers himself an explorer of the cosmos and is in pursuit of knowledge. He eventually explains that he detected an emergent code in his mainframe that it does not recognize. And yet he is the only person in this universe. Not knowing what else to do, he has sequestered it in its own little databank and placed it in stasis so that it cannot affect him any further. However, given that he is essentially God and he did not create this, he doesn't know what to do. He's never had to figure anything out before. And he asks for your help.
Fire phasers.
Roll them up.
I wonder what it thinks we can do. I know it doesn't know what to do because it's never been in this situation, but what was it about the test that we passed that makes it think we can help?
Good questions.
Can we communicate with?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is an open line of communication.
Celestial algorithm.
Commander.
We have we've met your requirements. We've beaten you. We've
Passed your test.
thank you. Passed your tests. What do you feel that we can do to help you out? In what ways that we bring to your dimension do you feel are beneficial?
And he explains that his tests were designed to show two things. One, that you appear to be benevolent and that you want to help. You seem to be good people, right? And also that you are technologically capable, that he believes you would be able to look through his systems and try to figure out what this code is and where it came from. And so he has decided that you are worthy, essentially, of giving him a checkup.
Sounds like our triple snake eyes engineer needs to run some
So-
code.
So logically, I do not feel we are in danger. However, Lieutenant, go ahead and run a security sweep of the area and of our ship to make sure that we're not in any danger. Commander, go ahead and see if you can make contact with the entity and get any information regarding this code. Doctor, work with the engineer, see if there's any medical aspect to this instance.
Okay. In order, Corey scans. There is nothing to be afraid of. As far as you can tell, this entity doesn't even have weaponry. It's also essentially a god, so it doesn't need them. There are no living components to this. Your job is essentially done. And at this point, as you're talking with the engineer about, let's see if we can figure out what we're going to do to help this guy out, you disappear. Just from the bridge.
Goodbye.
Well,
You're just gone.
Well, okay.
You find yourself alone in a completely empty room made of the same material that the asteroid, the rock, the prism, the box, cube seem to have been made out of. Only this is perfectly flat, almost polished. And inside is one single console that looks a heck of a lot like a Starfleet engineering console. And the entity's voice enters your head and says, I tried to make this suited to your liking. If you would please help. I'm going to assume you're going to help. And it is a difficulty of 3, insight plus engineering,
Insight plus engineer.
to try and diagnose the problem.
15.
Get you some momentum.
You're gonna have to use momentum
Yeah.
because it's 3. You gotta get 3.
Yeah,
I'd
it's a
use
difficulty
two
of 3.
I'd
You
use
need
2 or 3
successes.
momentum. We've got it to spare.
I mean, I was about to say that, but
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's like, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
My bad.
I took 2 dice.
I'm a
worth
grown adult man.
okay.
of, so you may roll 4 dice.
4 die. I want the yeah. So what did I say? 15?
15.
Mhm.
15?
13.
Did I get that?
6, 7. Yeah, we're good. You got it anyway.
That's 9.
15.
Well, you already paid for it. I mean, you can roll it if you want.
Wait, 15, 6,
Or is
17,
that 6?
and
That's
Is
6.
it 15?
6, yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, so what
so
do
you got 3 of 4.
So either 16 or 9.
You got
so.
3 of 4. It's a 6.
3 or 4.
3 out of 4.
You've gotten your 3 successes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, tight. So
Math is hard.
at this point, you're typing along, you've isolated the code, you're looking at it, and you do the computer equivalent of poking it, and it reacts. And pokes back a little bit. And you spend a few more minutes looking at it. And suddenly you look up and you say, I know what this is. And before you do anything else, you're back on the bridge. And you go over to the captain. You look him in the face and you say, I think I know what's happening. The captain looks at you and says, well,
Commercial break.
yeah. Yeah, that's where it goes to the last commercial. Comes back and captain looks at the communications monitor and lets the celestial algorithm know that it had a baby.
I knew that's where you're going with this.
And artificial life has
That's cool.
reproduced.
That's cool.
And the celestial algorithm is essentially quiet for a few minutes before saying thank you. And having thought about it for a long time, has decided to release it into the wilderness and allow it to be free. And that this was an impossibility that it never even considered.
Wow.
And that was
Wow.
it. It says thank you, and there's shaking and more light, and suddenly your ship is right back where it was before. And everything is as it was.
Status.
Who the baby daddy?
I think it's like a budding situation.
Like
Spontaneous life.
Yeah.
Okay.
From nothingness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give us a ship status, please.
Oh, we good.
Yeah.
We out.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone goes back to work, actually clocks out, and goes to do their respective private activities, whatever they need to do.
To the
unwind.
holodeck.
Yes. It's been a heck of a day. In the meantime, Captain radios his new first officer, tells him to meet him in the transporter room.
On my way.
So you go down, you meet him, and you see that he's got his bag. And he comes over to you.
I'm too old for this. 2 days from retirement.
Comes over to you, offers you his hand. And he says, I know we were supposed to make it Starbase 7 before we traded off, but my next station has actually agreed to meet us here. And you can feel the ship shake a little bit as another ship pulls up. And transporter chief standing off to the side looks over at the captain and says, Captain, he'd like to come aboard and greet you himself. Captain says, that's fine. And teleporter fires up. A being materializes in, and stepping forward is a very elderly Mr. Spock, who comes over, shakes the captain's hand, and says, I'm very excited that we will be allowed to work together again, my old friend. Then looks over at you and says, I've heard a lot about you, and I am intrigued to see how you will do moving forward. They step onto the transporter, look over, captain gives the transporter operator a little nod and says, I'm ready. And of course, Spock being Spock, raises his hand, looks over at you and says, Captain Malave, I wish you the best of luck. Live long and prosper. No, they're already gone. You didn't get to say it. And they transported out.
I'm too busy coughing.
That's the end of the first episode.
Yay!
That's cool.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And before anyone says anything, yes, that does work canonically in the Star Trek lore. That would be before he finished his Romulan diplomacy.
Gotcha.
So, Josh, thank you for walking us through our first session of Star Trek Adventures. Any final thoughts? How did we do? Did we do okay?
I feel like y'all did great. How did I do?
Great.
That's
Good.
what I'm worried about.
Fantabulous.
Okay. This is my first time. It's my first time I've DM'd anything. So yeah, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. If you like it, we'll do another one.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're going to do another one anyway.
I want some more spicy trip ups.
And I think next time I'll be able to get more into character.
Mhm.
'Cause this time I was thinking more about gameplay rather than who I am.
Sure. And that was going to be part of it. This episode was pretty light in role playing. But this is, for anyone who's wondering, If you get the quick guide, which is free from modifius.com, the people who make this game, this is a modified version of the introductory game. It is designed to teach you how to play the game and to make you comfortable doing the basic mechanics of rolling dice and gaining and spending momentum. Because if you can do that, you can learn everything else pretty easily. But like, it was designed very much to have very little complicated things. And we can add those in as we go along.
Yeah.
This episode, if everything goes to plan, will essentially be released twice. You'll be able to watch our play session, which is just the video that we're making right now. And then this will be turned into a motion comic where we do have actual lines of dialogue that we will perform and put this into an actual episode that you could sit down and just watch. So that'll be fun. We'll have that ready probably in the not too distant future, but a little while after the gameplay video goes up.
Sure.
So consider it spoilies, I guess. But hopefully the episodes will still be a lot of fun to watch.
Sure.
Cool. They're put together.
That's so exciting.
Well,
Well, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. If you have not already, we have a couple of other Star Trek Adventures videos that we've already posted on our channel. So if you're brand new to playing this game and you want to know how to create your characters, check out that video in the comments where we actually created our own characters that Josh walked us through. We also posted a tutorial-esque video where Josh actually walked us through the rules and some examples on the actual gameplay. So check that one out in the comments as well. And then, as always, please, if you have not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd. Leave a like on this video, leave some comments, especially if you've played before and have some tips for us. And share us with your friends and family. That support goes a long way into supporting this channel. So, until next time, live long and prosper. Eat, sleep, nerd. Take it easy, people.